Oh, it's not supposed to be rubbish.
So Wednesday was supposed to be the Grantville.
Then I think it gets actually cooler.
About like Sunday, like
70,
70.
70.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It's Georgia for you.
it's Georgia first.
Winter one day, summer the next.
Yes, sir. All right. It's Monday, July 28th, 6:30 p.m. Let the regular city council meeting of Grantville come to order. Please rise for the invocation and pledge allegiance. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is that agenda items or?
Pass this down, please.
Okay, since this is not on the agenda, it'll be saved for later. All right. Approve of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to amend it.
Okay, we go through this every time. We're not amending the agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Nay.
Approval of minutes, city council meeting minutes, June 23rd, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Nay.
City council work session meeting minutes, July 14th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. No.
Mr. Reshaver.
The first thing on our agenda, Mr. Mayor and council members, is a public hearing to hear public comment on the request to rezone 45 Grady Smith Street, tax parcel ID G03-001037 from single-family residential R20 to multiple family residential R6. We will open the hearing at 6:32. Anyone having public comment for or against the rezoning from R20 to R6, please come to the podium. Those who are opposed first. Seeing no one, anyone in favor of the rezoning of 45 Grady Smith Street, tax parcel ID G03-001037 from single-family residential R20 to multi-family residential R6, come forward.
Mayor and Council, I'm Van Modelo with Cornerstone Rentals. I'm here on behalf of the owner. And what we are requesting is to rezone this to be able to do a 2-unit property, a duplex, but not a traditional duplex where both front doors are on the streetscape. This plan we've submitted will not change the look or the character of the house from the front. It will still appear a single-family house from the street. The issue with the house was the way it has been built and adjusted over the years is that it is what I would consider economically obsolete as a single-family house because the kitchen is in the basement and there's a bedroom and bath and a stairwell up, and it eliminates living space on the main floor, kitchen below, and another sitting space on the basement level. And what we've seen on Grady Smith and Pine and some of our other projects is there's a good bit of demand for one-bedroom, single-family units. And so what we've planned to do is turn that one into a one-bedroom, one-bath duplex with one unit up and one unit down. The rear unit will be accessed from the back, and the top unit will be accessed from the front. And we've submitted some plans that show that we don't intend to change the roof line, any of the structure of the house. We're just going to improve it with hardy plank siding and just improve the aesthetics of the house that's there and convert it to the duplex. And if there's any questions about our plans on how to do that or the marketability, in the Mill Village, we've done a number of projects where our first goal is to, if we do a renovation project, we'd like to pursue an owner-occupant buyer. This house is just not feasible, and so it doesn't fit with that. And we explored our options, and this really is the only option for us to make it work. And if there's any question, I'd be glad to answer on behalf of the owner. Or good. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no one else, we will close the public hearing at 6:36. We need a motion, please.
Well, we can just close the hearing, Mr. Commissioner. If you want a motion, we can fine, we'll make a motion. Motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It is closed. Okay.
Next item is decision on second reading of ordinance number 2025-08 to amend the zoning map of the city of Grantville to rezone tax parcel G03001037, known as 45 Grady Smith Street, from single-family residential R20 to multifamily residential R6. You just had the public hearing.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
So let me, one issue just before. The planning commission recommended approval of the rezoning with 4 conditions. First, that there be off-street on-site parking required. 2, that there be separate utility service connections required for each unit. That 3, that they have separate addresses be assigned to each unit. And 4, that the exterior siding of the structure will use masonry siding material and conform to the adopted residential standards. So just need to make sure that the motion includes rezoning the property with those conditions if you wish to include those conditions as a part of the rezone.
So one of the conditions is a condition, the other 3 are actually controlled by our code of ordinances under the residential building codes.
You could just amend the ordinance to include the stipulations by the planning department, planning. and
Sure.
zoning.
Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I have a question. This is coming with the recommendation from staff or the zoning commission?
The zoning commission.
The zoning commission, is there any recommendations from staff?
Who is staff?
The planning department?
Planning and zoning is zoning.
Is what?
Planning and zoning is zoning. They are their own group. I'm confused. Staff, who's staff?
We have staff working,
No. we
Our
don't.
city
Plan.
engineer
The engineer,
heads
yeah,
the
engineer.
planning and zoning
Commission,
department,
right.
commission, so he
this is,
sent the recommendation.
Yes.
so it's with his recommendation and the planning commission, right?
They all agreed.
Okay, with the zoning, with the 4 conditions, okay,
Okay.
So
All right.
Bobby, you got that amended one?
with conditions.
Next item is decision on resolution number 2025-12 to approve an intergovernmental agreement with Coweta County regarding the floating local option sales tax collection and distribution.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay?
Next item is decision on resolution number 2025-13, setting the annual millage rate, which we suggest should be the rollback rate of 5.171 mils.
Do I have a motion to roll back the millage rate to 5.171 mils?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay?
Next item is decision on citywide fire hydrant pressure and flow inspection, estimated cost $14,000.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item is decision on resolution number 2025-11 to adopt a policy on accepting donations to the city.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next item is decision on approval and execution of the fiscal year 2026 contract for services with Three Rivers Area Agency on Aging, which is our annual contract for the senior center in Three Rivers.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The next item is discussion on resolution number 2025-14 to adopt the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget. The public hearing will be on August the 11th, 2025, which is your work session in August. Again, this budget is prepared with the rollback rate. There is no tax increase in the city of Grantville. The rollback rate is 5.171, and that's how the budget is prepared.
All right, discussion, questions?
I just have a question about the group insurance. It's climbing a lot.
Oh, goodness,
Is that based just on prices, or is there something else going on there?
Well, our insurance last year, I believe the number was 37% went up. This year it's going up 30%. We're forecasting another 30% the following year. One could extrapolate and say, well, why is insurance, and understand this is liability, all of it. And I'll be honest, I kind of did a study as to, and you should notice this on your car insurance. You should notice it on your homeowner's insurance. Everybody's insurance is going up. And if you don't understand the reinsurance business, which is what is behind insurance, the reinsurance business is what basically creates the funding for the insurance, okay? We had massive fires in California that destroyed huge amounts of expensive property. We've had floods in North Carolina. You say, well, how does that impact this? Where do you think they're going to get the money from to pay for all of it? It's all intertwined. It's all intertwined. And we're facing it every year, and we have talked to the companies about, hey, let's try to find another company. Guess what? Doesn't matter. Unfortunately, the world we live in.
You will notice in the weekend paper that Coweta County talks specifically about their rising insurance costs
Yeah.
for health insurance.
Okay. Anybody else?
Does this budget include any increases for staff,
Yes.
salary increases?
Appreciate it.
Yes, it does.
What percent?
The COLA is 5%. There's a $1 per hour inclusion. 5%.
Is that the national,
Pardon me, I didn't hear you.
national rate,
Is it
nationwide?
the national rate of inflation?
Cost of living?
It's probably below, but I do not know that specifically.
And will the employees be evaluated before they receive this increase?
Yes, they're evaluated on a daily basis. For most of the employees that report to me. And the police department, I know that this chief and the assistant chief are talking with them on a daily basis.
Is there, I've been looking through the budget, is there anything earmarked for the youth?
For what?
The youth, the young people in our community?
So we have budgeting for parks and recreation, that covers children, basically, places for them to play.
Earmarked for the youth?
I mean, there's nothing specifically stated for youth. We don't handle youth in Grantville. We have parks and recreation where they can play, splash pad, etc.
Splash pad?
We
What
have
about the
our,
older ones?
Well, that's parks and
Shelley
recreation.
Smith runs a vigorous program for the younger set.
Yeah, I know the younger set, I'm talking more so like the teens, and the teens.
We don't have
We don't
Teens,
specifically
specific.
say
young
who
young
can
adults,
participate.
teens and
It's
young
open
adults.
to all.
I mean, they have pickleball and basketball,
Skate park.
yeah,
Yeah.
skate park, all that's maintained by the city.
So we don't actually per se have like a teen center where they can hang out,
No.
right? Is Shelley here? They are ready.
Yes, she's here.
Yes. I'm thinking more so of center where teens can congregate and hang out. I know we got the splash park and that's the little kids. And, that's all I'm asking about, the teens and young adults.
We don't have anything for them specifically. They should be doing programs through their grades, through their junior high school, their high schools, etc. The city
Or
isn't
Coweta
responsible for
County.
that. Or Coweta County, they can go up to Coweta County.
I know there was an effort to, put together a, baseball team,
Mhm.
and that kind of fell through. So I was just wondering, if there's anything in the works to,
Mhm.
because they were kind of looking forward to that.
Obviously not, no one signed up for it, and the mayor spent his personal time and money trying to organize it, and went out $1,200 of his own personal dollars. So the city's not behind that, city can't get behind that. So I don't intend on trying that again anytime soon.
Well, I had at one time recommended a police athletic league where the police department would take a role in putting
Again,
together
this,
a team, of young people. So I was just wondering if there's anything in the works that I hadn't heard about that,
Mhm.
no?
Nope.
Nothing? Okay. That's it.
Okay. Ms.
Next
Commissioner.
item is discussion on first reading of ordinance number 2025-09, regulating parking on city property.
Any discussion?
Yes?
Mhm.
Who's recommending this amendment to this, who's recommending this?
It's been approved by the police department,
The police department?
correct?
Okay, well, I looked at this, and something that caught my attention is the part where it said there's no parking.
Well, it says no parking,
Okay, well, hold on, let her finish the sentence. No parking where?
miss.
Yep. And I was just kind of curious point out was,
Well, no parking where?
huh?
You didn't finish the sentence.
No parking on LaGrange Street from Main to Moreland, on Cedar Street, on Post Street where I live. I
So-
guess that means no parking in front of my house, on Church Street.
That is correct.
That means no
No
parking
parking on the right of ways.
Can I finish, Mr. Mayor? Church
Okay.
Street, up there by the, well, it was a church and now it's, I guess it's for sale. On Lone Oak Street, except between West Broad. On Smith Street. On US 29, that's understandable, West Broad Street. And on Roger Arnold Road between Griffin and Stokes Street. Now, Roger Arnold, that's where Greater Jehovah Baptist Church is located, so there's no parking there. And LaGrange Street from Main to Moreland. So that means, where's, Mr. City Manager, where's
Right
Moreland?
there,
Moreland?
Across,
right across the street,
right
right
across the street.
Okay, so I was wondering if that meant you can't park out in front of City Hall, but no, it stops there. So LaGrange Street from Main to Moreland.
Right.
Mhm.
And let me say,
Does
none of
that
that
include-
is a change. That's all in this section, the no parking areas is in the existing ordinance. This is not, that section is not a change. That already, those no parking areas already exist and have existed for years.
Oh, okay, so there's no parking from Main, so that's like the corner of Post.
And
On
the
the
corner
stop
up there,
sign,
down.
or down.
and Mr. C's was all the way up to
Down.
City Hall.
Okay,
There's no
there's no,
parking.
there's no parking there? Well, doesn't that include Miss B's? No
It's private
parking in
property.
front of?
They have their own parking lot.
Talking about right away of the city.
Okay, so when there's events going on, nobody can park like they've been parking on Post Street, on that grass area in front of Bonnie Castle, no parking there. Is that correct?
That's a right
You
of
can't
way.
put, that's a
Yeah,
right
there
of
shouldn't
way.
be any parking there anyway.
There shouldn't be any parking in front of Bonnie Castle, right?
Correct,
That's what you're saying.
correct.
So if I park there to unload my car and get out and come back, my car's towed away, right?
Well, it depends upon the duration of your absence. If it is within 20 minutes, no, I wouldn't be concerned. If it's 6 hours, I would be concerned.
Or if you leave it there
And
overnight.
it's been that way for years.
Well, this is the first time I've seen an ordinance where it was saying no parking on Post Street. Now, we have these events, and there's parking there, all on Post Street. And now you're saying when we have these events, nobody can park on Post Street.
No,
That's
no,
what you're saying.
that was always prohibited as far back as I can remember from 2015, because there's parking in the rear. That's the idea, to get parking off the travel lanes. That's the only thing we want to do. Where we have parking places, like in front of City Hall, that's okay. But in front of 85 LaGrange Street, you don't have any parking. If 2 cars are there, and that's where the post office is, they can't maneuver if there's somebody parked there.
That's currently covered in section 41-76 of the code, and according to the annotations, has been in place since 1990.
Well, you still didn't answer my question about when we have these events.
There's parking at the ball fields, there's a new public parking, there's parking spaces in front of
You
City
still didn't
Hall.
answer my question about when we have these events.
No,
Cars
there's your
park,
answer. No.
They park
No,
on
there's no more
Post
parking.
Street, so that's not gonna happen
No.
anymore.
They're not
No
supposed to
parking
park.
in
No.
front of any of the houses on Post Street.
No,
That's what this is doing.
This has already been done since 1990.
Well, people have been parking,
That doesn't mean it's not in the rule book.
and I don't think
It's
anybody
never
really
enforced,
realized
hasn't been enforced.
that it couldn't, that, you know, I know I didn't realize that if I park there overnight, that I come back in the morning, my car be gone. So this is what we're doing right now. And then down there by Greater Jehovah Baptist Church,
So
You're
when
saying
you
that
put in, when you put in
Roger
ordinances,
Arnold,
when you put in
when it's a
ordinances,
church service, there's cars parked on both
what
sides. So
what it enables is for the police, and Chief Whitlock, correct me if I'm wrong. It enables the police on their own discernment to enforce or not. If church is going on and some people have to park on the right of way down there, it's understandable. However, if someone parks their car out there every single day, they're going to decide, we're going to enforce it. A lot of this was put in because we have no laws about the parking downtown in legitimate parking spaces. We had a guy taking up 7 parking spaces, and we couldn't enforce it. So that's the main crux of this, was to create the ability to enforce really parking downtown in legitimate spaces.
And then the one on Church Street. Now, there used to be a church there. And I guess there's some spots that are kind of marked off with, you know, for marking spots. Now it's up for sale. Now, who's gonna buy that building if you can't park on the street? It doesn't
It's got a parking
happen.
lot.
You got a parking lot, you can't park on the street there. If you park on the street there, you're gonna block the street.
Where is it?
On the right side, going up Church, like Church Street.
Yeah, I mean, behind it too.
Yeah.
That has always been the same. Just because the church is for sale doesn't mean that we should permit parking. You buy a property as it is situated. That church has been sold without any parking different than before. It was the Methodist church, and then it was sold. It's been advertised to be sold again. And the city has added parking up that way within a short walk of the church. Our new parking.
On the side of the church, that's a street. That's Church Street.
No, there's actually a triangular shaped parking lot.
It's a
been
parking
there.
lot.
It's been there as long as I've been alive.
I guess I have to go over there and take a look, but anyway, that's the,
That's where all the Hope Properties
yeah.
employees park every day.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Next item is discussion on first reading of ordinance number 2025-10 to regulate nuisance and malicious noise.
Any discussion?
Yes. What was added?
The times were corrected.
The what?
Well, Mr. Mitchell is still finishing it up. He's got some changes he had to make. The primary pieces were, we had to adjust the times on the original nuisance ordinance, because they were wrong. And then what we're adding is the ability to the police to enforce a situation where, let's say, a neighbor is causing malicious noise, regardless of the time, well, if it's after hours, it's going to be enforced as after hours noise. But we do have circumstances of certain neighbors maliciously causing noise to annoy their neighbors. And they were told to stop, but there's no law to enforce it. So this creates a law to enforce it.
So pretty much no more racing their engine out.
Exactly. No racing their engine all day long or playing a loud boom box to
Shooting off fireworks every night.
Well, we're going to address that. That's another one coming.
Fireworks is actually covered by state law, and
Yeah, we have to be careful on that one, but we're looking at it.
so the noise ordinance that we currently have, as you can see and as you may well recall, is very specific. sets out numerous, very specific categories of noise, and the issue that we're trying to address is of a more general nature. And so I'm trying to figure out how to get the more general wording included in what is a very specific ordinance without things being in conflict with one another. But there is an issue that the current ordinance does not address with this malicious noise that occurs outside of specific times and may not fit into a specific category. And so, like I say, I'm trying to fit some more general provisions into what is a very specific ordinance.
You know, like currently though, with the ordinance, that if you're out there like racing a car at 11 o'clock at night, it's still covered, right? I mean,
That's covered, but
That's,
if you're
that's
racing a
covered
car
right
at
now. It's
5
somebody
a.m.,
racing the car at
That's not.
10 o'clock in the morning that's the problem.
Correct, correct. Okay.
So what is the current decibels that's permitted?
it's real about feet
It's,
on
it's gonna be by, there's no decibels around it. It's basically, if the police will determine if it's malicious noise.
The police will determine
Mhm.
if it's too loud,
If it's malicious.
if it's malicious.
Mhm.
But isn't there a way to measure noise?
Right.
So if it's so many decibels, I mean, noise to one person might not be noise to another person, but I think isn't noise measured by decibels?
Certainly noise can be measured by decibels, however, we don't have the tools to measure noise by decibels.
If I ain't mistaken, in the ordinance, it goes about feet,
300 feet.
300 feet, yeah, from the
Okay.
property
It's
line.
plainly audible at a distance of 300 feet.
Right.
Would this deal with noise that might be emitted by, for instance, I'm not sure what's going on, but, the planning commission approved a text amendment recommendation for a definition for a data center, and I know they emit noise.
They don't emit
Data
noise.
centers emit noise. So.
That's
is
not
this
malicious,
to-
no, it doesn't
is
address
that-
it.
That's not considered, would not be considered malicious noise, the noise of it would be.
Well, first of all,
emitted by
data
a
centers don't
center.
emit any noise. That's a fallacy that's put out there stupidly. Number two, any business that's operating within their legitimate business hours, which for data centers 24/7, it wouldn't be an issue. I mean, if we're going to say that, then we need to ticket everybody on I-85 and the Amazon train that comes through Grantville. So those are just day-to-day operations. Okay?
So we're just basically looking at people having parties, playing loud music,
People
and that kind of noise,
purposefully,
right?
purposefully making the noise.
Kind of like,
Agitate
it's
their
kind of like if
neighbors.
you hate your neighbor, you go out
Yeah.
there and run
And
the
I go out
lawnmower all
there
day
and I
long.
turn the music up really loud, I
Just
hop
to
on
make
my
it loud,
motorcycle and rev it up for hours to get on my neighbor's nerves.
Yeah.
And this does happen around Grantville.
Okay, first offense is how much? I don't have this. First offense is,
That'll be,
it's a penalty.
That's determined by the.
that'll be within the discretion of the judge.
Mhm.
Okay, somebody makes a complaint, and so it goes to our municipal judge,
That's correct. Well,
our municipal judge,
the
and,
police,
and
if
the
the police
fines
department cites them for violating the ordinance, then that case is heard by the municipal court judge. That's correct. And it would be within her discretion, based upon the facts of the case, as to what to set any fine or other punishment at.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Berry, you have a resident comment?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, this is something I'd like to read for the record, and I tried to do it at the beginning of the meeting, but I wasn't permitted to do it. And as a member of the council utility committee, I'm requesting that the chairperson please request consensus and schedule a utility committee meeting as soon as possible Several of the topics that need to be discussed are as follows. 1, complaints that excessive rates are being charged. 2, reading of the utility meters. There's no meter numbers listed on the invoice. 3, the residential rate survey review. Grantville's rates are higher than surrounding communities. 4, water quality, TTHM violations, notices that we're getting in our bills, and the status of the underground wells under Grantville. Number 5, the status of the water treatment facility that was proposed and to be constructed. What's the status of that? And number 6, to review the Grantville Utility Company operation and find a solution to the frequent power outages that we have here in the city. And I would like for this request to be noted in the minutes. I'm giving a copy to the city clerk.
All right, and with that, business of the evening is concluded. We're adjourned.
My sister used to do it like that.